In order to get full marks in this question, you must draw clearly what's happening, and sometimes you may draw up to 3 times when you know more information. So they say that there is a circle with center A, so we just simply draw a circle with A here, center A, and then but it say that pass through the origin O, so maybe we draw a bigger circle, pass through this point, and then center at A. And later on there is a straight line. I want to know more about this straight line, so maybe I can change it to different format. Change it to make y be the subject. 3y is negative 4x and then plus 50. So divide both sides by 3. We have negative 4 over 3 times of x plus 50 over 3. The y-intercept is positive, so the line will pass through somewhere here. And then with the slope is negative 4 over 3, that means going down. And then smaller than negative 1, which means that go down quicker than the slope equal to 1. Maybe like this. Every 3 steps go to right, will go down by 4 steps. And pass through A, so there is a line, plus pass through A here. And then given that OA perpendicular to L. We have enough information, and then I'm going to draw another again. A line L, y equal to negative 4 over 3 times of x and then plus 50 over 3. And then there is a point A here on the line, and then we have a circle which center at A at the same time pass through the origin. And one more information is we know that OA perpendicular to L. So we are going to write down the constraint. First constraint about the center, of course we're interested to the center. The center is lying on this line. So when x is equal to h, we just let the x coordinate be h. And then I want the y coordinates. Sometimes we let it be k. It's because we don't know the relation between x and y coordinates. But we know that whenever it's lying on this line, it fulfills this requirement. Then y will equal to negative 4 over 3 times of input plus 50 over 3. Therefore, we can express A in terms of one single unknown, which is h. And then the second information is OA perpendicular to L. So with O, we know that it's always 0, 0. Since OA perpendicular to L, therefore we know that slope OA times slope L will equal to negative 1. By knowing this fact, we'll give you 1 method marks here. And then OA in terms of, we have A coordinates, we have O coordinates, so negative 4 over 3, h plus 50 over 3. Compare with 0, that means minus 0. Should equal to the x difference, that means h minus 0. And then slope L is obvious because we already rewrite it. So the slope is negative 4 over 3. Is equal to negative 1. I move this factor. That means both sides we are going to times negative 3 over 4. So right hand side becomes 3 over 4. And then we just solve this equation because only h is unknown, so it's enough for us to find out the value of h. Three over 4 times of h. I hate fractions, so I design both sides multiply the same value, which divisible by 3, divisible by 4 at the same time, so I choose 12. 12 divided by 3 we get 4, so negative 16 h, and then plus 200 is equal to 9h. 25h equal to 200, and trust h is equal to 8. So when x equal to 8, y is equal to, we just plug it in to get the y coordinates also. Is equal to 6. So it's 8, 6. Which means that from origin, we go right by 8, and then we go up by 6, we will reach point A. So it's a very common combination that the radius here is 10. So we write down the radius. is equal to square root 8 squared plus 6 squared, which is 10. Then finally, we can write down the equation of C. To describe any point on this circle, we have to use a general point xy. Any distance between xy and a6 should be constant, equal to 10. So we are going to apply the distance formula. X minus 8 squared plus y minus 6 bracket square should equal to 10 squared. In the exam requirement, you just need to change 10 squared expressed to 100, then this is called the standard form. That is one of the acceptable format in part A, then we can continue in part B. In part B, some additional information. C cut X asset at point B. C refer to the circle. So the circle here cut X asset at another point. So other than origin, the another point is called point B. And then D is a point on C. That means D is any point on this circle. Fulfill this requirement. DB parallel to OA. So maybe OA is like this with the same steepness. There may be a straight line here. Maybe there is a line parallel to OA like this. So based on my drawing, D may be here. But in fact, maybe D in somewhere here, I'm not sure. That's not that important. We just need to find out the coordinates of B first. To get point B coordinates, one of the limitations is on C, that means fulfill this requirement. At the same time, is on the ground, that means fulfill the second requirement. The Y coordinates is 0. So at B, lies on X minus 8 squared plus Y minus 6 squared equal to 100. At the same time, Y is equal to 0. So we just plug it in, we have X minus 8 bracket square plus 0 minus 6 square equal to 100. And then you have X minus 8 equal to positive 8 or X minus 8 equal to negative 8. X equal to 16 or X equal to 0. This is rejected because they say that B is another point other than origin. So we have X equal to 16 here. And it's quite obvious. It's because if we consider the triangle here, and this triangle should be symmetric. So therefore, this is 8, and then we just go right by another 8, we reach 16, 0. Just don't forget to answer the question. We have 16, 0 is the coordinate of B. We have to find angle OAD, O to A to D. This angle. Basically, there are two methods. One is more straightforward, and then another it seems like a short track, fast track. So maybe we look at the fast track. Beware that it is angle at center. So we may interested in angle at circumference. To consider angle at circumference, we first from the center we move to 2 points on the circle and then converge back to a single point at circumference. So therefore we find out that this angle OBD, is equal to half of our target. And maybe we let it be theta. At the same time, because BD parallel to OA, so this is two parallel lines, and then for C shape, we find the alternate angle of a pair of parallel lines. So whenever I get this incarnation, this angle, this is equal to the angle of circumference. Therefore, our target is 2 times of the incarnation. This is the first method. So when we consider theta, we may consider how we reach point A. So go right by 8, go up by 6. So therefore, tangent angle AOB is equal to 6 over 8. We have angle AOB equal to arctangent 6 over 8. Afterward, we have to say clearly we know this angle are also the same. So angle OBD is equal to angle AOB. Is also equal to arctangent 6/8. Finally, we want to state clearly that our target is 2 times of angular circumference. So therefore, angle OAD is equal to 2 times of angle OBD. That means 2 times of arctangent 6/8. Then you can use your calculator. So therefore, the answer is this angle in part B2. Just like what I mentioned, there is another straightforward method, which is focused on the red line here, is passed through 16/0. At the same time, the slope is given, which is 3/4. We can get the equation of BD, and then we can consider the intercept point. So we can use simultaneous equation to get the coordinates of D. After we get the coordinates of D, then we can try to separate to 2 parts. By this part, we can get the angle θ1, and then another part we have to get another angle θ2 by using trigonometric ratio based on delta x and delta y here. This is more troublesome in calculation, but it seems like more straightforward. In the last part, M is the midpoint of BD, so somewhere here, and then someone claimed that the area of triangle ADB exists 14, so we better calculate the area of this triangle. One thing to remind you is OA parallel to DB. At the same time, this is right angle. So by interior angle or alternate angle, we know that these two are perpendicular. From the center, perpendicularly to the chord, will bisect the chord. So basically, M is lying on L. It's because of the drawing is not that 100% accurate, so it doesn't look like, but basically DM is equal to MB here. We don't need to construct another line. In order to get the area of triangle ADM, what is missing is just simply this angle. We can apply the formula. The area of triangle is 1/2 base times height. So we are trying to find out the base and height here. Maybe I draw a bigger triangle, which is triangle ADM here. With a 90 degree, we can find out this angle. And also with 10. If I let this angle be defined by basic trigonometry, this is cosine 10 times of cosine phi. This is 10 times of sine phi. So we just get the angle first, angle DAB. It's quite easy because don't forget what is asking in part B2. They ask for angle OAD. So this is known, 73 point something. Therefore, the rest is just equal to 90 degree minus angle OAD. It's 16 point something, so we just put in and then we get AM is equal to 10 cosine angle DAB. Also, DM is equal to 10 sine angle DAB. We just put them together, so we have 100 divided by 250 sine angle DAB cosine angle DAB. Then we just use our calculator. The answer is correct to significant figure 13.4. It's impossible to exceed 14, so that's why it is wrong, less than 14. Therefore, we don't agree.